Over the last couple of years, America has come up with some really excellent rock bands, amongst them Motley Crue. They've struck success with their album Shout at the Devil, which is sold well on both sides of the Atlantic, and they make their debut here at this year's Castle Donington. And I'm with Vince, my main man. How are you doing?
All right, man. Great.
Hey, how did you enjoy it?
Oh, we loved it. We loved it. You know, this is for the first time ever playing in Europe, in England, or anywhere, you know, outside the United States and Canada. We thought this is great, man. Great audience here. These people know how to rock.
The weather's been really nice for you as well, hasn't it?
Beautiful, man. You know, I heard that it's always raining and you know, it's always raining and everything. Geez, I mean, this is like Southern California.
What sort of reception did you think you would get, Vince, you know, when you first came over?
Well, we thought, we thought we'd get a lot of hostility, you know, because we're just, you know, because we're untested here in Europe. And, but we thought that if we just went out there, did our best, put on the best show we could, that we could probably win the crowd over, and I think that's what happened.
Those British people are not that bad, are we, really?
Not at all.
Yeah. So, of course, you did a lot of touring with Ozzy Osbourne over in America, which must have been great fun.
Oh, man, Ozzy is the best. He's crazy, man. I mean, we'd play, you know, and then we'd go out and party, and it was just a 3-month vacation load of fun, you know. It was like an experience every day. It was different. It was fun.
Any funny antics that you'd like to, that are suitable for radio, that is, that you'd like to relate?
It's like, which one? Hey, Oz!
There's the orange shop.
Yeah, it is. Oh man, there's so many mentioned. You know, there's a time in New Orleans during the Mardi Gras. We were there, and me and Ozzy and Tommy went to all these strip clubs, and we ended up getting in fights and stuff with all these people. And then down in Memphis, Tennessee, me and Tommy and Ozzy again were out drinking sake at the local Japanese pub.
Great stuff.
And
the boy can drink.
Ozzy ended up in jail that night. There's so many experiences you can talk about. I just don't know where to start. It's just every city was something.
So what were the sales like on Shout at the Devil? Your excellent second album, that is, isn't it, for Elektra?
Yeah, for Elektra. Over 2 million in the United States. And so it's like double platinum there. And the first album's gone gold in America, and then it's platinum in Canada.
So where do we go after this? After the Donington Festival? Where are you going to there, Ben?
We keep on to, there's 5 festivals. We go to Stockholm, and we play festival there with basically the same bands. And then we all all the bands go to Germany, and we do 2 festivals there, in Nuremberg and Karlsruhe, I think. Karlsruhe.
Oh, great stuff. Good. Have you ever been over to Europe?
No, never.
Oh,
First time.
You might find the people a little bit different over there, I see.
Yeah.
I don't think they really like us British people, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, but it's fun, though. It's an experience. At least they have McDonald's here, you know. So.
Yeah, true. Well, it's great to see you, and congratulations on the album. Will you be working on a new album shortly?
Yeah, we'll see. After this, then we break off, and it's just us and AC/DC until mid-September. Then we go back. We all go back to California for 3 weeks, and then we start the Iron Maiden tour of Europe, and that goes until mid-November. So we'll be back. You know, we'll be in Europe for 3 months.
Strikes me that Motley Crue are going to be a very, very busy band.
So then we start a new album.
Vince Neil chatting backstage at the 1984 Donington Rock Festival. They were definitely on a high. Things just couldn't go wrong for Crue, or so they thought. But in the December of 1984, as Crue were preparing for their 3rd album, Vince Neil got involved in a horrific car crash which killed Hanoi Rock's drummer Razzle, and Vince was therefore forced to attend a rather nasty court case, which could have meant a hefty jail sentence. Anyway, he was bailed, and the band commenced work on their Theatre of Pain album, which was consequently panned by the critics, unfortunately. The kids thought it was good, though, and in 1986 they did a theatre tour of the UK, which is where I caught up with Mick Mars backstage at the Apollo Theatre.
Mickey, Motley Crue,
Yeah.
a very big warm welcome to England.
Thank you.
Sorry about the weather.
That's all right.
Yeah, you were telling me that you were speaking to your girlfriend
Yes.
the other night on the phone, and the temperature where you are in downtown LA,
Yeah.
something in the 80s or something.
Yeah, 86.
Incredible.
It's 86. real nice, clear. 'Cause I live on the marina, on the beach, so it's clear there and warm.
That's nice.
It's really nice.
You're a bit of a sportsman yourself, actually.
No, no. Only sportsman I am is in the bedroom.
Great. Well, last time Vince and I spoke, actually, was at Donington 1984. Now, that was the first visit of Motley Crue to Great Britain, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yes, the Monsters of Rock. Yeah.
You enjoyed?
Oh yeah, it was great. It was really great. I was really surprised that usually the opening acts are there get like so much dirt and stuff thrown at them. I was so surprised that we just came off with this, not much stuff at all. And the next band that came after us was completely pelted with stuff. I was going, wow. So it was really good.
It was great. The fans did enjoy you, though.
Yeah.
There must have been a lot of trepidations, though. I mean, you must have heard quite a few things about us British people who were a bit sort of stupid and a bit wild at times, yeah?
A little crazy at times. That's what I've heard. It turned out to be really, really great, real great. I mean, I was so surprised. I was like inside the anxieties and stuff. I was going, God. Don't know what to
Of course, the Crew have been on the road for quite a long time. I mean, the band was formed by Nicky, 1981, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, so give me a bit of a line. Who was he with previously, and who were you with, and who was Vince with, etc.?
Okay, Nicky, prior to Motley Crue, was with a band called London, and Tommy was with the band called Sweet 19, and Vince was with the band called Rock Candy, and I was more or less a gutter guy on the streets, just like, running around and trying to look for bands and stuff. So,
yeah. And you got 2 albums in the can by the time Donington came as well, hadn't you? You got Too Fast for Love.
Yes.
Shout at the Devil as well, so that must have been something under the belt.
Yeah, it was, at least we came over, on a tour of the UK and Europe and stuff, pretty much prepared with enough material without having to, dip back and, do something else that would be like completely ridiculous, So, yeah, it was,
Timing was right.
Great. Any idea of album sales on those 2 albums?
I don't know what they are here. I only know what they are in the States, which is Too Fast for Love is about this far away, like about a couple 100,000 from being platinum. And Shout at the Devil is double platinum. It's almost triple. And Theater of Pain is almost double. And it's Theater of Pain album is triple in Canada.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Of course, there was a little bit of talk going around Great Britain, I don't know whether it was in America, that you were toying with the idea of taking on Jake Williams, who was with Rough Trade. Was it Rough Trade? Was it? Rough Cut, wasn't it? Yeah. He changed his name to Jakey Lee then, didn't he?
Yeah.
Joined Ozzy. Yeah.
There was some talk about it, but it was like the way that we were as Motley Crue is the decision to stay the way we were is I think was right for both of us, because Jake ended up with a great person, Ozzy, and we kept going on our way too. So it worked out well.
Modern guitar technology means that you can. I know I took Chris Holmes from Wasp along to see Pete Cornish, who'd built in this new effects pedal board, etc., all computerized. I mean, you can get really what you want out of one guitar on stage, the same as you can in the studio, can't you? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't go much into pedals and effects and stuff. Mostly what I do is when I'm playing, it's I go through one lexicon, it's a PCM 60, but I don't use the effect. I just use the overdrive, and then straight into my Marshall, and that's all.
Yeah. But the effect comes over though.
Oh yeah.
Motley Crue are very much a live band, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Very, very much a live band. Do you like studio work yourself?
It's sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. It just depends on if I'm working on a song and it gets stale to me real fast. It gets kind of boring. But usually a lot of times when we go in to the studio, it's like it's all right. Let's get it's real exciting and we get it starting to happen and stuff.
Yeah. And of course you spent quite a bit of time in America on the road with Ozzy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you must have had some infamous moments there. Try and relate some to me.
Touring with Ozzy Osbourne is like no other experience ever on the whole planet. I couldn't begin to tell you how much fun it was. It was just a lot of great fun.
Any trouble?
Nothing really to speak of. It just went real smooth. We just, like we had a lot of fun, just a great time and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't like go out and trash things like in the old days. All the bands would like go out and trash things and everything. I think that's pretty much in the past, because you can go out and have a good time without having to hurt anyone or wreck anything. Right?
Yeah. Sorry about that. People keep whipping in, don't they? Which is all right. That's nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the very, very sad news was Vince's car smash, which we're not going to indulge on at all.
Yeah.
How is the boy coping? Well, I shook hands with him a bit earlier. He seems to be coping all right,
Yeah, he's handling it pretty well. I mean, it's still, a pretty traumatic thing to have happen, but he's handling it pretty well.
You see, you take the laws in America far more seriously than us in Great Britain.
Uh-huh.
I mean, people get run over and there and smashes every day in Great Britain.
Yeah.
You try, for instance, when you're down in London walking across the road.
Yeah.
And they won't stop for you. I mean,
I know.
oh, hey, there's Mickey Mouse there. Let's go over it.
Right? Yeah. I was there for a couple of days. It was pretty much like that. Yeah.
But it must be a nice country. I mean, as I say, I've never been there, but I'd love to go there. I mean, your president seems a pretty good guy, Little bits keep falling off him now and then, but he seems to be in one piece, doesn't he, Mr. Reagan?
Oh God. That's getting into political kinds of things. I leave the politics to the politicians, because it's it's a little bit over my head, and my opinion might offend a few people, so I just rather just keep my mouth shut on that one.
But Motley Crue still totally wild, though.
Oh
aren't they?
yes.
So how does the PMRC treat you then?
I think it's a joke. It's so boring. I mean, these old hags have nothing better to do than to pick on rock and roll and all that stuff, and I think it's like completely ridiculous and boring.
Yeah. And radio airplay, do the Crue get a bit of airplay? Do you get any MTV, for instance?
Yes. Our video, "Smoking in the Boys' Room," is in the MTV Hall of Fame now. It was 13 weeks straight without being defeated on the Friday night video fights. And our newest video, "Home Sweet Home," this is going into the 7th week. And so if we win this week, then
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Of course, you're not a heavy metal band as such. I mean, you're what I call a good fun rock band. Party City night.
Yeah.
When you get on stage.
yeah, we play like a bluesy hard rock, with the kind of a thing. It's like the bands that I think that are really qualified as metal bands are like speed metal bands and stuff like Motorhead and stuff. Downstairs, one like bands like Motorhead and Metallica and stuff like that. Those are real true metal bands, but I like the guys and stuff, but I go out of the room after hearing it, I go like, it's like my head's pounding and spinning and stuff, and I'm much happier playing when I play.
Yeah. And a couple of cover versions. You've covered two versions. Firstly, on "Shout at the Devil," the old Beatles number, "Helter Skelter." Great number.
Yeah.
Great version too.
Yeah.
Some marvellous vocals from Vince as well on
Yeah.
that. Are you a Beatles fan yourself, or
Yeah.
are the other boys?
Yeah. I've been a Beatles fan for a long time, since I first started playing, and so it's like that was an influence, one of my main influences, because my mother always would play Elvis Presley, and then the Beatles came out, and I was going like, wow, it was just great. I mean, like,
Yeah, do you like the Stones?
Oh,
Rod
yeah.
Stewart as well. Yeah.
yeah, I like
Good stuff.
I like the Stones because they've been their longevity, the way they keep changing and flowing and keeping the youth happy at all times.
Especially Mick Jagger as well. I mean,
Yeah.
he is virtually a keep fit fanatic, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And then on Theatre of Pain, another cover, a Brownfield Station number.
Yeah. Smoking
Oh,
on the
yeah,
Boys'
it's
Room.
going back a few years, that is.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah, that was kind of a thing that we'd planned to do on Too Fast for Love, and when we played it, it's because we were such a new band and we were just learning how to play with each other. It sounded really bad, so we like gave it the 86 and went on, and then Vince came up right before we recorded theater and goes, let's try Smoking in the Boys Room again, and it sounded really good. So we said, well, let's just put it down. That's how that came about.
Great stuff. The good news is, of course, is that despite the fact that in Great Britain that Theatre of Pain didn't get terribly good reviews, is that the sales have absolutely squashed the music press for sakes, haven't they?
Well, I'll tell you, I don't really care what critics say about my albums and stuff, because if they have anything bad to say about me or anything good, I'm still in the press. And Motley Crue is right there in your face, no matter if you like it or not, it's there. And we're here for a long time.
That's right, I'm absolutely positive of that. So, Mickey, you start off in Manchester tonight.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow night. We have 9 shows to do in 10 days.
And where do you go from there?
We're doing all the way northern, Finland's, Sweden's, Denmark's, and all that, and going back to London again, and then ending up in Paris.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be there, and it's till March 3rd. March 4th we get to go home and start recording some more albums.
And some more albums, that's right. I tell you what it would like, Mickey. I mean, I don't know that you've got anything planned, but a live Motley Crue album. Because you all right, okay, you're going to do another studio album. It'll be 4 albums in the bag, right? But I think a nice live album of, say, well, should we say, to be corny? Let's be corny, why not? The best of Crue. or something like that,
That it's a possibility. We have recorded quite a few of our shows. We have enough to do a live album, but it's not really something that we're sitting down and really trying to discuss and get ready and get it out and stuff, because right now I feel that if we get home and do another album and then take the live recordings in like about a few months after a new album, and then a live album comes out, it makes it more fresh and more new, instead of like cheating and going like, okay, here's a new album live while we're sitting and recording it, a live album while we're recording a new album. That's the way that I feel about it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll buy that one. Yeah, but of course you're so busy on the road, I mean, you must be absolutely shamed,
It's not so bad. We got this year was quite a bit shorter than last year. We did 13 months last year, and this year is 9 months. So
well, keep it up, mate.
Oh yeah.
Once more, welcome to England. Lovely to see you, Mickey.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you.
Mickey Mars on the Theatre of Pain tour. After the tour, the band took an essential break. Vince Neil spent 20 days in Clink for the manslaughter case involving the death of Razzle. He also coughed up $2.5 million in settlement to the other insured parties and played benefit concerts and did 200 hours community service. Work commenced on the Girls, Girls, Girls album with Tom Werman at the helm once more, and hopefully the band will play some British gigs in support of it. We'll just have to wait and see.